Okay, we're recording. Hey y'all, happy Monday. We're so pumped for tonight's training. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be super informative for your business and just some technical stuff at the beginning about the Boards app. But then we're also going to do iStories, just so you can be inspired and hear from other people on our team who have incredible iStories. So I'm actually just going to dive right in. And hopefully if you were on the training I guess it was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, we talked a little bit about this app called Board. So hopefully you've downloaded it and you have it. But if not, I'm going to put a link after I talk in the chat box and you can go ahead and add yourself into our team boards. And basically, before I dive in and get into the nitty gritty, this is a keyboard that you can add to your phone. It works for Androids and iPhones. And what's super cool about this is it just slides into your keyboard, kind of like WordBoard. I know a lot of y'all are familiar with WordBoard. So it just works exactly like that. And we've preloaded a ton of stuff into our team boards so that you can just go on there. And now there's like literally no excuse. There is a reach out for renewals. There's a reach out when someone has a free gift. There's a reach out for a 30-day. There's a reach out for Facebook parties. I mean, there's literally verbiage for everything. So make sure that you take advantage of that. Okay, so let me share my screen. All right. Okay, so Boards, it's an app where you can save and share verbiage, images, videos, and so much more. And then, like I said, it's a messaging app. It works on iPhone and Androids. And this is what it looks like if you're going to the App Store. This is what the little icon is going to look like. So make sure that in your keyboards, you're going to turn on the Boards keyboard. It'll usually ask you when you download it, like, do you want to add this to your keyboard, and click yes. This is what it's going to look like for iPhone. So basically you'll go to general, you'll hit keyboard and then keyboards again. And then you want to make sure that it's turned on in here. So see where it says boards. Okay. And then it's super fast, easy, and accessible at all times. So what I like about Boards is I can be in the car, you can be standing in line at the grocery store, out and about. I just heard someone is picking up their kids. So while you're waiting for your kids to come to the car, you can literally just send out some quick texts super easily without having, I don't know about y'all, but like I used to take a long time drafting things because I would overthink them. So now you can just go and send them right off. So another nice thing is you're going to have our team board access. You're going to have access to our team board, but you can also save, like if you want to personalize things and create your own board, like I have my own with very specific asks, like relating to where I live, or if I'm networking in a certain area, you can save those into your own board as well. So I have my own board for myself. So I'm going to just hit play. This is an example that I sent to Polly earlier to show you how it works on your phone. So I hit success and simplicity, then verbiage. This is a Facebook party ask. And then I went and personalized it. Want to make sure that you always personalize these messages. And then I added a little bit at the end. Just hope you and Robert are doing really well. And then I sent it. That literally took, 4 seconds? So it's super quick and easy. And that's kind of it, y'all. I mean, there's really not much to it, which is nice. And that's why I think everybody's going to be able to take advantage of it. So let me just check the chat real quick. Yeah, Boards is amazing. Okay, so does anyone have questions about the Boards app, how to use it in your business or just in general? Ooh. And then I'll pass it over to Polly if not.
Recording in progress.
Thank you for the word.
Awesome. Perfect. So Polly, I'm going to toss it to you, and y'all in the chat, I'm going to drop the link to our team boards so that you can access it.
Okay, and one thing, if you use Reach Out, and I know this isn't a Reach Out training, but it will actually, if you have something in boards, you can actually use that and put it in the Reach Out, and then it'll put people's names in. So just another training down the road, but it's just amazing. I love having boards. You guys, I've been using it for maybe a month now, and it's incredible. You can save photos. So, if you want to send that free product list, just, it's so great. And Gabby, did you show, sorry that I had to walk away for a second, but did you show them our team boards by chance to show them what all's there? Like, did you pull that up or no?
Oh,
did
here.
I miss that?
No, I just forgot. No, here, let me do that.
That's okay. I just thought it might be cool if they can possibly see like what it looks like and all the different things.
Okay, so Can y'all see let me lower okay, so this is when you open it up, and I should have done this on that little description thing, but we have a ton of different folders on here. So the first one is verbiage and asks. That's what you're going to be using the most. So when you click on this, you'll see there's a bunch of different stuff. Don't get overwhelmed. Just go to what you need. So for example, Facebook event. If you're trying to book Facebook parties, just click on Facebook event, and there's a few different examples of what you want, and you're going to get to know your favorites. So like I have a favorite in each category and I just kind of go to the same one each time, but this way you can get an idea of a couple of different asks um, in case one doesn't suit you. And then group events, in person or virtual, there's a couple of asks for like healthy happy hours and stuff like that. One-on-one ask, business asks. If you're a new consultant, there's a folder that says new IC, and these are some examples of if you're new, how to be like, hey, I'm new, I just started this Arbonne thing. Basically all the stuff is on our team website. It's just in here now. And then this is one that I use a lot, like renewals. So when someone has a renewal, it explains, if you order 150, all that kind of stuff. I don't know about y'all, but I always get so tongue-tied when I'm like, oh, this person has a renewal. How do I explain it? That's not like super forever long book that I'm sending. So that's really cool. So these are some verbiage things. The Well Club info is in here as well. And then there's two areas right here. One says Team Zoom info. So all of us are adults. You should never have to ask your upline for the Team Zoom info ever again because it's in boards. So actually this was great because today when I was texting people about the team call, I was able to just send it directly from boards. And then our team website is also linked here so you can have access to that. 30-day info, there's a little tab in here about content. So for example, if you're looking for some Instagram content and you're not sure where to find it, obviously we post them on our Facebook page, but also this is a good spot. And then video links, again, these are all on our team website, but if you just need like a quick access thing, this you can literally go to boards and just send it to people via text or Instagram or Facebook Messenger. And then these are a couple things that are kind of fun. Let me mute if y'all wouldn't mind muting. Okay, so trainings and podcasts. So there's a couple of podcasts in here that are really fun that you can listen to. And sometimes when I'm on a walk, I'm like, I know I should listen to something super inspiring, but I'm not sure what. This is going to help you not even have to think about it. You can just turn it on. Video trainings, audiobooks, and then book PDFs. Some of the books that we recommend to people are actually free online. So I've added those. And then disclaimers. This is something that is really important for our business to make sure that we're staying compliant. But if you're like on Instagram and you're posting something, you can go ahead and just click on this disclaimer. There's a basic one in there, but then there's also, for example, if you've earned AIT, you can go and click AIT and it tells you exactly what to say. And you can just copy that or paste it onto your Instagram story. And then there's just a couple more things. And then recipes, this is one little tab we can totally add to this. I pulled some of the 30-day recipes, and this is something that you can send over to, for example, like a 30-day client. If someone is like, I'm really hungry, I don't know what snacks to have, there's one that says 30-day snacks, and you can send them that. And then the last thing is just our one pager is obviously in here. And then also June incentives. So thank you, Christiana, shout out. She updated the June incentives on our website and it's amazing. So that's all on here. And you can easily send that to your clients. So anything that's for June and we'll update that month to month. So that's kind of a run through of what it looks like. If y'all can see on our team.
Visually very easy to understand. And one thing too, and y'all probably realize this from how Gabby was talking, is as we make a change, you get the change. It's like a s'more, if you've ever seen those, not the ones you eat, but but as they make a change to a s'more, we get it immediately because you have that link. So this, can you imagine for just bringing a new person on and launching them, just whoop, drop it in, get boards, here you go. Of course, anyway, that's amazing. Thank you, Gabby. That was so good. Any questions before we start into the iStories?
And y'all, I think the biggest takeaway is like, don't get overwhelmed or like spend too much time, making your own board or anything. Like we have everything in there and it's pretty much all the exact same stuff that's on our website. So If you're like, I'm super comfortable with the website, this is going to throw me off, just stick to what you know. This is just another tool that you can add on that'll make things quicker and easier for you. But it's not anything new. It's not like a new system. It's just enhancing things that we're already doing and using. So, yay! All right, Polly.
Hey, all right, good job. Thank you, Gabby. Yes, boards is incredible. So we have 3 speakers tonight. All 3 are DMs, and let's see. I think Allison's the most recent district manager, and we're going to share with you guys their story. I always think that facts tell and stories sell, and so it's really. And Andrea's always taught me that, number one, if you're not sponsoring, you might want to go back to your story and kind of tweak it. And you can definitely, if you feel like after this, wow, I need some help with my story, just go to your upline. We'll be happy to do that. So, Lauren Rose, you're here, so that's good. Okay, because we were going to put you last. Anybody want to volunteer to go first? We have Allison, Lauren Rose, and Robbie that are going to share tonight. I didn't give you guys an order necessarily, other than Lauren Rose last, because we weren't sure what time you could get on. Allison, Robbie, who wants to go first? Allison,
Okay.
you want to go girl.
I'll go for it. Hi everybody. This is really fun. I think I know some of y'all, but for those that I don't, hi, I'm Allison Parker. I am here with Polly and Andrea and several others in Birmingham, Alabama. I am a mom to 4 kiddos and a wife, and I was introduced to Arbonne by Polly Brothers at an Auburn tailgate. So War Eagle, all you Auburn fans. So that day she really didn't say much about Arbonne, but followed up and we had coffee and she shared the whole Arbonne story. And I was definitely intrigued by the products and the company, but frankly, I really didn't think that this was something for me. I kind of thought it was beneath me. And I, goodness, did not want to be like that person, right? So I jumped in and did the 30 days to healthy living. And of course, joined as a consultant because I wanted the bigger discount and I wanted just the chance to have a little commission. But again, really was like, what is this business thing? I'm not really sure this can work. So my husband and I did like the strictest 30-day ever, and it was completely amazing. I also started with the skincare, and really, y'all, it took like 2 weeks and I was completely obsessed. Like, got all my energy back and my afternoon headaches were gone. And I fell in love with my chocolate protein shake in the afternoon because, as all moms know, trying to cut an apple or wash fruit or pick healthy snacks for the afternoon can be an Olympic sport when you're holding a baby on your hip. So that was a total like saving grace for me. And to this day, my husband really honestly refers to our Christmas card from 2017 as his like most favorite, because not only of how like great we looked, honestly, but like how healthy we really felt from the inside out. And it really showed through in that picture. The skincare was not just good, but it was great, and it healed my skin. And for the first time in my life, I really enjoyed like washing and caring for my skin. And I was seeing this glow that I didn't even know was possible, along with all sorts of other things that I just wasn't even expecting to find. But again, this whole business thing, I was like, I don't know. So I kept looking into it, and Polly faithfully like kept sending me SoundClouds and did the, book and leadership things. And I kept kind of plugging into this whole business. And I have had my ups and downs, but I like this, just really is a smart business. And it fits really perfectly with all of my passions. I love helping others. I love being able to have a flexible schedule because with 4 kiddos, you really never know what's going to happen and need to be there for them. And then, adjusting to that schedule and taking them on trips or long weekends or school schedules, whatever it is. So I'm just really grateful that I've found a company I didn't, know before Polly mentioned and shared and continued to share, and just was a good friend and great leader to me, that there was a business that I could work and build that would allow me to, fill all my passions and bring in an income. So Arbonne really was sort of the answer for me that allows me to design a life I like, and I know it is there at the cusp for the taking, and I just am so excited to build a team and have more people along for this journey. There you go.
Woohoo! Thank you, Allison.
That was good.
That was awesome. So y'all, you might have questions or comments, but we'll save them till the end because we're going to pass it on to Robbie, and then Lauren Rose will wrap us up with the iStories. Thank you, Allison.
Okay, hi, my name is Robbie Fictal. For those of you that don't know me, my sponsor is Christiana Stramaglia, and I got started back in November. My story is that I'm a wife and a mom of 2 boys. My sons are 29 and 25. I've always been into health and fitness and nutrition. I've exercised and just taken care of myself and helped others do the same for many years. I'm a certified yoga teacher, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a functional aging specialist, and a fitness nutrition specialist. So it's definitely my jam. I actually opened up my own yoga wellness studio back in 2017 here in Yuma. And it was my dream. I loved it. It was amazing. We outgrew the first building that we were in within 6 months. It just took off like crazy. So I went bananas and I got a huge 4 times bigger, a building that was 4 times bigger than my first one. And we had 2 studios. I had 10 instructors. I had about 35 classes a week. I had a full-time receptionist. It was amazing. And then March of 2020 happened. And overnight, my business was closed, and it was originally supposed to just be for 2 weeks. Ended up being 7 months that the government had me shut down. I was able to reopen in October, but only at 10% capacity. Well, I had a 3,000 square foot building, and my expenses were not at 10%. My expenses were still 100%. And I've stuck in my lease for another 2 years. And so I was really looking for a way to supplement that income and cover my expenses because we were using our retirement to pay the bills. It wasn't very fun. So it was weird because, not really weird, but I got a call from Christiana, who I didn't even know. She asked if she could do a free wellness event at my studio. She was an Arbonne consultant. And I had actually been using Arbonne products for, at this point, about 5 years. I'd actually had 2 different consultants. I'd been a PC with 2 different people, and nobody had ever asked me to look at the business, but I loved the products. I was using the skincare, I was using the nutrition. I was probably spending $300 a month for several years on products, and I loved them. So when she came, she showed the 1-pager, and I was immediately just like so excited and signed up like, I think an hour later. I was so excited and dove right in, went into this, did the system, and I actually went district manager my first month. There was like 3 weeks left in the month, and I made district manager. I was super excited. It was going really amazing. And then the holidays came, and after that, I was able to open my business up a little bit more. The government said I could do 25% capacity, so I sort of decided I had so much money invested in my business that I kind of switched gears a little bit and put my time and effort into that, trying to bring back my business. Well, just because the government said I could open, a lot of people just weren't coming back to group classes, and we had to wear masks. Well, if you've ever done yoga, wearing a mask and breathing are just, they don't really go together. So people just weren't coming back, and I was just losing money hand over fist. And so finally made a decision last month in May that I was just going to close the business because I wasn't in control of my circumstances. I don't know what's going to happen next year with this pandemic. I have no idea, and I just don't want to be in this situation ever again. So if you know people who own businesses, reach out to them because they are probably looking for help, probably trying to figure out, because a lot of businesses just aren't coming back. They're not recovering. So anyway, I closed my business and went all in last month and decided I was going to give 100% to my Arbonne business. And my sponsor, Christiana and Polly, have been amazing helping me. And, my goal is to build a big business and stay consistent. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be an area manager.
Yay.
Y'all, these are so awesome. Thank you so much, Robbie. That was very, very inspiring. So we're gonna close the iStories with Lauren Roses, and then of course, open it up to questions about boards, or if you guys want to ask the 3 panelist questions. All right, go Lauren Rose. So glad you made it.
Hey y'all. Yes, I am in beautiful Colorado right now, volunteering at a camp up in the mountains, not too far outside of Denver. So I'm grateful that it worked out with our camp schedule for me to be here. For y'all who don't know me, my name is Lauren Rose Owsley. I'm 23. I got married last August to an Army boy. So we are currently based out of Clarksville, Tennessee, just north of Nashville. I'm originally from Chicago. I pursued musical theater as a career in like college years and stuff. And my journey with Arbonne has been a little long running. So also for those who don't know, I'm actually Andrea's cousin. So my mom and Andrea grew up together. My mom has been using Arbonne products for over a decade. Andrea's been using them for longer than that. So it's always like been in my life. And when you're, a kid, you don't really choose the products you get to use. The shampoo in the shower was Arbonne, so that's what we used. The hand soap in the bathroom was Arbonne, so that's what I used. And then I got to that rebellious middle school age where you naturally reject everything your mom says is good for you. So I remember being like, oh my gosh, mom, I'm done with Arbonne. That's for old people. I don't want to use that anymore. I want clean and clear like Selena Gomez and all of my friends. Like I wanted brand name stuff, nothing to do with Arbonne. We had this shampoo called FC5. It was like made from carrots. And I was like, I don't want carrot shampoo anymore. And so fast forward a little bit to my high school years, I actually struggled with my body image and had an eating disorder for a little bit and just a really unhealthy relationship with food and my body, and really struggled with my relationship with the Lord as well. So I'm really grateful that there were people in my life who called me out, who noticed that I was going through that season. And I just really had to learn how to love myself before I could love on other people. And I made the decision that I wanted to pursue musical theater as a career. And I wanted to move to New York City as soon as I turned 18. But God clearly had kind of a roadblock for me first of like, hey, we need to like get through this together before I'm going to let you move on to this next season of life. So had a ton of growth in that summer, right after high school, moving to New York. And in that found a passion for nutrition, started to I was acting, singing and dancing every single day. So I started, just moving my body more. I was living in New York City, walking like 50,000 steps a day or something crazy like that, naturally moving my body, but started being more intentional about what I was putting into my body and on my skin. And simultaneously, for y'all who don't know, New York City is very expensive to live. And I'm the eldest girl. I've always been very independent, very responsible. So I never wanted to ask my parents for money either. And they kind of like set up when I first moved, like what they would cover. And even that, I was like, no, like I'll pay for this, I'll pay for that. And they're like, where are you going to get this money? I'm like, I'm going to work. So I think like 8 months into living in New York, I was working 4 part-time jobs while going to school full time. The joke was that Lauren Rose didn't need sleep. Like I felt like I never slept. I was 19 and I remember saying to Andrea that I was exhausted. She was like, you're 19, you're not allowed to be exhausted. I was like, I am literally running crazy. And she came to visit for 4th of July and presented the business side of Arbonne. And I was like, oh, is this the thing that social media and posting the hey girl text? I was like, I don't know, but the products are really interesting. And I'm really interested in the 30 days to healthy living. And I know the company is really great. So YOLO, why not? Honestly, I think it was FOMO that kicked in because I saw the fun that she was having. I saw the fun that my mom had doing Arbonne. And I was like, you know what? If people my age are doing this now, like the excuse of like, it's for old people wasn't an excuse anymore. And if people were being successful, why couldn't I be successful? So I did the 30 days to healthy living. I jumped in with my dad and I broke a weight plateau that I had been dealing with for years. I started sleeping better through the night. I naturally had so much more energy. My skin started clearing up. I just felt so confident. And that showed like more than just the weight that I was losing, but just my joy and excitement for like waking up in the morning. It was helping me be a better dancer as well. So all my teachers, all my friends, like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? What are you using? Like, it's this Arbonne thing. And naturally we recommend stuff anyway, right? So I started recommending it, started growing. I truly was like ignorance on fire. I had no idea what I was doing. I qualified for district my first month and I didn't even know what that meant. And Andrew's like, congratulations. I'm like, I literally don't even know what these numbers mean. I have no idea what I'm doing. And to be quite honest with you, I treated it like a hobby for a minute. So that was this July, it'll be 4 years since I had my gym membership of my consultant ID. But it wasn't until my first GTC in 2019 where I was like, whoa, this could be like game changing. This could be the vehicle to do whatever I feel God calls me to do, whether that's theater, whether that's marrying this cute boy I just started dating, whether that's like, who knows what. It's just going to be an opportunity to say yes to doors opening. And as I grew in my business, as I grew so much as a leader, so much as a person and as a woman and as a friend, y'all know we focus so much on personal development in this business. And I truly believe that that is how we grow. And then the pandemic hit and my entire industry of theater shut down. So it was like, really, okay, God, I hear you. Like, I have a phone, I have a computer, I have Wi-Fi, I get it. Then we got engaged actually at Andrea's lake house. So when we go to the team retreat, I'll show y'all where we got engaged. And we got married last summer during the pandemic. So just all sorts of, I know what I want and I like go for it. It's super fun. My parents love that. And I'm very, very grateful that Arbonne's flexibility has allowed me to be with my husband when he's home, because his schedule is the opposite of flexible. So being able to spend time with him means more than the world. And we will be moving around a lot. And so the fact that Arbonne can go with me anywhere is such a blessing. And as we think about a family down the road years from now, and as we build a vision for just what we want this to be, we have such a heart for missions. My best friend and now my sister-in-law are full-time missionaries. So we don't feel called to the mission field, but we do feel called to support missionaries financially. And Evan and I have prayed about so much how we see Arbonne supporting that. And I don't know if I'll do theater again, hopefully soon. Hopefully as that opens up, I'll be able to say yes to that and grow more just in all those aspects of life. But I cannot be more grateful that, 12 or so years ago, my mom started using it, that 18 or so years ago, Andrea started using it, and that everyone always says, your next ace or your next business builder might not be born yet. And they might be your baby cousin. Who knows who they're going to be? But I'm so grateful for this team. And thank you for letting me share tonight.
Oh my gosh, that was so good, all three of you. And thank you so much for the training, Gabby. One thing I noticed, and y'all probably noticed as well, is just the three very different backgrounds. And it kind of put me thinking like, oh, like Robbie said, business owners, oh, moms, oh, so and I know you guys all heard, sort of the fears and hesitations, but what a great job. Does anybody have questions or comments or anything?
I loved hearing everybody's stories. That was so good.
Yes, and if anyone needs help with their iStories, definitely get with your sponsor on that, and we can help craft your iStory so you feel confident with it. Your iStory is like the story that you tell all throughout your business, because that doesn't change. I mean, how you discovered Arbonne and what your fears and hesitations were, like that always stays the same. So we'd love to work with you on that. I wanted to mention two things real quick. One is that our lake retreat, we're going to need to start getting some head count to see like who is able to come. It's going to be in Wadowee, Alabama. Sure, no one's heard of it. But that is between Atlanta and Birmingham. So if you're coming from out of state, you can easily like catch a flight into one of those two, and we can have someone, pick you up on their way or whatever. But that is going to be the last weekend of July, that Friday, and then through the 1st of August. So like that Friday through Sunday. So we'll close together as a team and then kick the new month off as a team. So just be thinking about that. And then I know that there's several people in driving distance too. So, plenty of room for everyone to drive. And then the other thing I was going to mention is that I'm going to be giving a getting started training. I'm going to stick around on the call afterwards to see if there's anyone who needs a getting started training. So if there is, I'll just stick around and see if anyone wants one. And if so, then I can go ahead and do it.
Awesome. And I did want to also just really quickly share, we're 2 minutes over, but I was at a doctor's office the other day. Like I said earlier, Andrea has always taught me, and I've heard this, that if you're not sponsoring, maybe tweak your iStory, like take a look at your iStory. So notice like the excitement that you heard from these three. I was at a doctor's office the other day, and one of the nurses, I could hear her talking to the other nurses about this new business she started, and it was those nails, okay? And y'all, I've tried them. I'm not gonna, in case anybody here likes them, but that's all I'm gonna say. But she had so much passion and so much, it reminded me, Andrea, of the story you used to tell about Julie.
Mhm.
And how when doctor stuck his head in and said, I don't know what you're selling, but whatever it is, I'm buying.
Mhm.
I didn't even hear every word she said. I didn't even, but she was so, I could hear how sweet and excited and cute she was. I mean, she had everybody around her so excited for these fingernails, right? And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I know they're not very good, but I mean, I would, I didn't buy anything from her, but sometimes it doesn't, you don't have to know everything. Just be excited and be passionate about the products. And just like these three, our three wonderful people that shared tonight, they loved the products and they were sharing them anyway. So don't worry, you don't have to know it all. Just open your mouth. But I guess that is it, unless anybody else has anything. So exciting. All right, you guys. Well, go use boards. Thank you, Gabby. That was amazing. Thank you guys for sharing your iStory, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week.
Yes.
Awesome. Bye, y'all.
Bye.